Earthquake forecast. A huge tremor is predicted for tomorrow. Shock claim. A major earthquake forecasted in the coming days due to the planetary alignment and it's sparking seismic unrest. One tremor mystic predicts. This is by Sean Martin, Express UK. Well, it's not just the alignment, it's also the solar activity and the electromagnetic difference between the Earth and the Sun, which causes earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. And this is a fact found by scientific research. Earth is currently closely aligned with Mercury and Neptune, and the ensuing gravitational tug of war. In other words, it's also not just that, it's also an electromagnetic jolt that we're going to have. Now, there are those who claim that also we have the dark star in our solar system as well. For example, Terrell Black Star has a lot of beautiful updates on that, and his videos are Creative Commons, and we many times have the benefit of viewing those on my channel. Now, there is, because of all this pull of the planets having this tug of war effect on Earth, causing tension to build within the tectonic plates, and it's been claimed the earthquake forecast was made by New Age earthquake researcher Frank Hugerbeets on his website Detrianum. And we do have a prediction that we have not had a major quake over 7.5 Richter yet, and they're expecting that around Papua New Guinea. We have had a 6.4 in Papua New Guinea. We've had a 6.2 in Ecuador. We've had a ring of fire earthquakes and volcanoes recently, but not a 7.5 yet. Now, Hugerbeet said the largest seismic activity in the last 7 days occurred in the most critical time frame from the 28th to the 30th of March, but nothing over magnitude 7 yet. So he's also saying this as well. He's waiting for the 7. He says, however, Earth remains closely aligned with Mercury and Neptune, and the alignment will be exact for the second time on April 2nd. This makes the first week of April highly uncertain, and the possibility of a large earthquake, mid to high 7 or even larger, cannot be excluded. A magnitude 7 is classified as a major earthquake and has the potential to rip down buildings and be felt up to 750 kilometers from the epicenter. Now, the Dutch researcher Hugerbeets reached his conclusion using the Solar System Geometry Index, SSGI, which is the computation of a data set for a specific time frame of values given to specific geometric positions of the planets, the Moon, and the Sun. He said, after 3 years of observations, it became clear that some planetary geometry in the solar system clearly tends to cause a seismic increase, while other geometry does not. But experts have previously dismissed Hugerbeets' claims, saying that there is no way earthquakes can be predicted. John Bellini, a geophysicist at the U.S. Geological Survey, said, "We cannot predict or forecast earthquakes. Sometimes before a large earthquake, you'll have a foreshock or two, but we don't know their foreshocks until the big one happens," end quote. Well, I beg to differ. There are many scientists who believe that you can predict earthquakes because, for example, when you have a strong earthquake, a strong jolt over a 7.5 Richter, that can trigger energy going down as it travels downwards or upwards from a fault line, which means that shaking can have an effect on areas that are connected to that fault line. Not only that, if that fault line is close to a volcano, the magma chamber of a volcano could be somehow the roof of the chamber cracked to have an eruption. So all this has to do one thing with the other. And of course, with electromagnetic differences from the sun to the earth, that also has an effect on earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. And this has to do with, of course, what we recently uploaded on, let me see if I can remember the name of that. Yeah, it's called, that site was heartmath.org. Connection between solar activity, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, weather and cycles on Earth. Mother Earth has been very active since the beginning of the year, blah, blah, blah. So they have definitely found that there is a connection. And they can predict earthquakes because of that. We just had the 6.2 and the 6.4 in Papua New Guinea after the solar flare that hit us one day later. So, you know, you can predict them. So I'll leave a link below for you for this on Express UK. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.